Finding your center in every here and now. There is only one here and now. And taking care of obscurities of your attention and focus, and traveling, passing energies through your here and now that you call as problems. So to speak, problems are not really mental, because the mind is trying to translate your feelings, emotions in a logical way. And actually, the problem is even not the feelings, emotions, because they too are representing the passing by energy fields. So anything you perceive as a problem, as a suffering, as pain, as difficulty, it's an energy field distortion felt uncomfortably, and then being translated as a certain emotional feeling, and then being translated as understanding or explanation or complaining in the mind. These passing by energy fields or energy bubbles or energy waves are attracting your attention and focus. And due to this attraction, your focus is immediately placed on these passing by energy fields, which you call emotions, feelings, or thoughts. And therefore you interact with those energy fields. And how can you resolve them? You do not resolve them by interacting with them, and even more so by identifying with them. Many human beings, people have chosen their preferred energy fields and various combinations and have identified that, or I would say misidentified, that they believe that they are those passing by energy fields. And that is not true. So misidentification, of course, creates disbalances because it has no validity in the first place, in the real reality. So the issue is energy field mismanagement. And humanity has not been trained in their innate power of dealing with these passing energy fields, emotions, feelings, sensations, thoughts. And thus, the obscurity has become a norm on a global scale, that it is normal to believe that you are this combination of thoughts, that it is normal to believe that you're a bunch of beliefs, that it is normal to believe in certain ideas as reality, that it is normal to believe in what somebody talks to you in your head as a reality. So clearly there is a problem. Who you are here and now is the witnessing space, the witnessing awareness, the witnessing here-ness. And that is always here, present. Can we verify the validity? Yes, because try to be not here. Try to be not conscious here. Try to not be aware of your body or wherever your focus would go. It is not possible. So therefore, you are the witnessing space, awareness, consciousness, emptiness, whatever name we give it. And then you will sense certain contractions in your body. And these are certain tensions. Certain tensions of your attention, certain tensions of your focus, certain tensions in your body, which have been accumulated over a period of time. They have crudified over a period of time, solidified, manifested. That is okay, since everybody did that. However, finding yourself here and now is a lot closer than looking and searching, because you are here and now already. You cannot be not in the present moment. And the only problem that there is that there is an apparent obscurity, that something takes your focus, that something takes your attention away from the space being, away from the witnessing space. So something comes into your focus, and the focus contracts, and then it interacts with that particular energy or object, and therefore the space being is veiled. If you're thinking, what is that space being? Notice that you are thinking. How do you know that you are thinking? How do you know that this body is sitting here? You are witnessing yourself thinking, your body sitting, emotions are being felt. So number one is that you are always here and now. And you are this space witnessing, awareness, consciousness, whatever you name it, emptiness. You are already enlightened being. Maybe you are not experiencing it such yet because there is obscurity. Because your focus is interested in certain other things. To the mind, the space witnessing being sounds very unfamiliar. Like, what's that? I have no clue, no idea. Is it any good? Is it exciting at all? Why should I pursue it? Because the mind is entertained by itself. But that entertainment is temporary, and there is an equal amount of confusions, doubts, and worries. A reality reminding that the mental happiness is not really real and not really permanent. Emotional happiness as well, it's circumstantial, depending on circumstances. Pleasures are circumstantial. Even energetic sensations are circumstantial. They constantly change. And therefore it has been spoken for thousands of years that enlightenment or self-realization, the self, is here now, and that is who you really are, your true nature. It is accessible, it is available, it is here now, and you simply cannot remove yourself from the here and now. You can only think yourself out of here, you can feel yourself into the future, you can regret yourself into your past, you can engage with various multidimensional energies. You can play with things. But still that's going to happen in the here now. And you will be witnessing, seeing all of these things happening. It has been also told that that self-consciousness is actually the real reality, is actually existence, it is actually bliss. It is the source of love, the source of happiness, the source of peace, the source of your natural resonances, the source of your resonances. So therefore, the mind needs to gradually understand that the real happiness, freedom must be somewhere closer, not too far in the future, and not so much in the objects or circumstances, because that is a fool's game. That's going to take a lot of time, a lot of circumstances, a lot of effort to realize after that 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 still doesn't satisfy ultimately the happiness or the fulfillment that one is seeking. So therefore, keep your problems closer. Keep your problems closer and keep your search closer. You say, the problem is because at work, this or that, or my wife, this or that, or economy is this and that. These are circumstances, life situations, but we're speaking about happiness and fulfillment. So realize how these external conditions are making you feel. That's number one. In the problem resolution, how does the problem, wherever it is, in the global, in Australia, or in Antarctica, or on the moon, how does that problem make you feel? You see the distance is cut millions of miles right away. How does the problem make you feel? Step number one. So it's not about the story, it's about how does it make you feel. And you'll say, oh, I feel disempowered, or I feel helpless. So you're cutting out all the stories and all the distances much closer. You're bringing the problem, you're bringing the solution much closer. So how does this problem make you feel? That's step number one. And you will recognize that there is a certain feeling actually that you have been explaining in your words and your understandings and your stories. The stories are not important. They just make a distance and they're unsolvable in most cases. They get solved not by telling the story, they get solved by meeting the feelings and by actually making some actions, if or whenever it's necessary. Sometimes you cannot make any actions, so why do you tell a story to yourself if you can't even make any action? So keep it closer. How does it make you feel? And you will certainly recognize that there is a certain feeling, emotion. And that's where you begin, really. That's where you come in alignment with what is really here in the present moment. And when you feel that feeling, you will recognize that now your mind is becoming calmer. You will recognize that your body is becoming more at ease. It's no longer so much stressed. You will recognize that your body space will start to open. And you will recognize that your body space will start to process that feeling, that contraction, that obscurity. And then you will recognize that, okay, now it's easier. There is a relief. What is a relief? It is a release of something which has been held. Your body enjoys being open. Openness is the natural state of your body. In the open state, energies pass by. The problem occurs when the mind clings onto particularity, onto something particular. That no, I will not allow this energy or that energy. Sometimes it's necessary, but keeping, attaching, it only puts heaviness on the body. So your body enjoys open state. Your cells have two functions, to be open or closed. When your cells are open, they can do anything. They can make all the harmony happen. They can strengthen your immunity system. They can make you feel great when the cells are in the open state. When your cells are in a closed state, that's called tension, stress. So your body naturally is designed to be open as an open space. And in that openness and open space, there is a witnessing intelligence when it is not contracted into attaching focus or attention. When your focus and attention is not contracted, there is a witnessing intelligence. And this intelligence is quantum intelligence because it knows immediately what is happening. And if you are still using a slow mental processing, the digital mind, if you're still using the digital processing, then that takes a long time, and you will need as much time as you will need because you're using a digital mind in a quantum reality, as in the universal reality. So when your body is in an open state, you're feeling openly everything, and thus your body knows how to translate all of that, to make sense of all of that, but not in a digital mental way. That is too slow in the real reality. It's just too slow. The analog phone line is no longer capable with a smartphone, is no longer compatible with a smartphone. You can still use your analog cable phone, but that is not compatible with the smartphone, Wi-Fi, internet, movies, everything that you can see on your smartphone is just a different system. So the universe itself is a quantum universe. Everything is being processed immediately. That's how fast it is. This now is being processed immediately. And the digital mind is saying, hold on. Let me try to understand what's going on right now. Do you see the problem? Hold on. Let me try to understand what is happening in the real time now. It's impossible for the digital mind to understand what's going on in the real time now, because the mind is just too slow for that. So you need to retire your mind, to become mentally retired in a good way. You need to retire your mind because it's simply too slow to process the now. The now is happening real time. It's already happening. by the way, if you haven't noticed it. And just for a few moments, just allow this happening to happen without a need to know what's happening. Just hold your horses for a bit. Just allow yourself to notice, to witness that it's still happening, reality is still going on, even if you have no clue what's going on. It's still happening. So now you can start seeing the pull of the mind. It always says, hold on, I need to understand, I need to know, because I feel insecure, because I feel safe, because I cannot trust the now, because a boogeyman will come, because something is going to happen. I cannot trust the now. I'm sitting in the now, but I cannot trust the now. And then it's going to remind you that in the past, somebody did something, and therefore now I need to be afraid because I'm sitting in my cozy living room on my cozy couch. But something sometime happened ago, like 5 years ago, or 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, and I still need to feel afraid because I haven't processed that. So yes, the mind is too slow. And that's why the anxiety is kept, that's why the worries are kept, that's why the doubts are kept. Because you need to come to the real reality. Energetically, it's quantum reality, and consciousness is witnessing that, seeing that, the self, the seer. It's actually all of that, but that's even deeper realization. So in reality, you're not only witnessing that, but when your body comes in an open state, you are all of that. You have no distinction that this is me or this is not me, because everything is witnessed here now, and you are all of that. When your body is in an open state. But when your body is not in an open state, there is a contraction, there is a tension, and your focus is interacting with these contracted energy fields. And thus you feel not fully great, not fully happy, not fully open. And that's okay, because that's how it works, that's how it is. And the first step is to constantly recognize, what are you feeling? What is the feeling? What are you feeling? Can you allow it? Can you open up your body more? Can you allow it? Can you process it? Can you let it go? Can you not hold on to it? And that's how your body space reopens. And then you say, oh, what a relief. Yes, and it feels good because you have released something tensed. There are tensions which are obviously not wanted, but there are other tensions that you hold on to them, you cling on to them, because you somehow feel safe with them, because you have understood something, because you have believed for 20 years in something. So they're your precious beliefs, they're their precious understandings, that now everything is spiritual, that the reality is now spiritual. Oh my God, it was a 3D reality and now everything is spiritual. So I'm gonna hold now that it's all spiritual and now everything is this way. And many spiritual people are still holding on to spirituality. It's another philosophy. It's a bit more upgraded philosophy. It's a multidimensional philosophy, but it's still philosophy. And you're still holding on to it, that now you're spiritual. No, you're here like this exactly. No, I like to be spiritual. I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be just here. I want to be spiritual. Because I have a bunch of friends who are also spiritual. That's our new hobby. We have new topics to discuss. We just have a new hobby. It's a spiritual hobby. I don't want to let it go. I don't want reality. Because reality is empty. It's big, it's cold, I don't know what that is. I like to be spiritual. I feel more safe to be spiritual or that way. So we call it the honeymoon, the spiritual honeymoon, and in the levels of consciousness, that's usually 400s, 500s, and that's when everybody is very spiritual. As the next level comfort zone. But that's not the reality. That's just a bit more of reality. It's a little bit more, yes, because you can feel a little bit more, you can sense a little bit more, you can access a little bit more of energy, but that's not the reality itself. So you just have more access, yes, and you can play a bit more. That's nice. But reality itself is real, it's here. And then you can't say that, oh, this I'm not this physical body, and I belong in Pleiades, not on Earth, and I'm just waiting for my soul family, and I just have to wait basically, or uh, you know. Yeah, I don't belong here. I realize that I'm not from this earth. I don't belong here. I don't belong in the reality. I got to know that there are other places that my soul has lived in the past lives, and I belong there, not here. I belong in the past, basically. Or I belong in the future, not here. No, I just need to wait in the present for the future, and in the future I belong, but not here now. And that's what millions of people believe in, that they belong in the past or future. And very simply, it's a belief that you belong in the past or future, not here. And that's also not real reality. That's not real. It's a belief, another belief, spiritual belief. So when you start settling here now, your feelings are always here and now. And no matter they're pleasurable or unwanted, they're here now. And the only escape as such, or liberation, is to go within, is to go exactly here now, and to start meeting your feelings, whatever they are, pleasurable, unpleasurable, no matter how much difficult they are. Start meeting them and start opening your body space. Start processing all the stuff that has been kept. So that's a gradual It's a returning process. Yes, you're returning. Where you're returning, because you're not meant to be a processor only. So where are you, what are you meant to be? You're not meant to be a healer or processor. You're meant to be the here now witnessing body space. Body because you can't remove it from here now. And it's always in the present moment, luckily. And your breath is always here now in the present moment, luckily. Many times you forget you even breathe. You can take a deep breath right now just to remember that you have a breath. Ah, yes, that's alive. That's alive. That's happening. That's real. For those who are spiritual and they think they're not the body, well, bad news. Your body is still here. Your breath is still here. They're real. So get another breath and just check that it's actually here. It is here. So you need to always know that you are this body space, the witnessing awareness. You're always seeing what's happening now, even if your attention is drawn into your future planning or to the past challenges. Doesn't matter, but you're always witnessing that you are thinking about the future, that you are thinking about the past. You're always witnessing that you're feeling something difficult. You're always witnessing that you are experiencing something pleasurable. Do you see the constant? That you're always witnessing. And there is something more real and fundamental and more permanent and more constant than what is happening. What is happening is the entertainment. What is happening is happening. It's entertainment. It's a comedy, it's a tragedy, it's a nice movie going on right now. That's what's happening. But where is it happening? Here, now. Are you witnessing that? Yes. Is it immediate? Yes. Are you obscured? Oh, yes. That's fine. But know who you are. Even then making a knowledge out of it that, oh, I know I'm that witnessing space. Well, now you are witnessing knowing, your mind knowing who you are. Yes, you don't cling on it. You don't make a philosophy out of it. If you make philosophy out of it, that's happening too right now. You're not a philosophy. You can't cling on that. You can't keep the idea or understanding, because that's what exactly you would be doing, keeping the idea or understanding. You can only be here now. You cannot keep yourself in one way or another way. You cannot keep any understandings because they're just too slow. So you need to hear the truth, but you don't need to keep the truth. You need to know the truth, but not keep the knowledge of the truth. You don't keep the knowledge of the truth. Oh, I know I'm consciousness. That's good, that's knowledge. You're witnessing yourself knowing your consciousness. Well, that's the truth. So you're witnessing yourself. Yes, you're witnessing yourself doing this right now. Whatever you're up to, you're witnessing yourself doing this right now. That's the truth. You're witnessing. You're witnessing doing this right now. You're witnessing that. When something gets stuck, time to give more space. Time to process it so you don't keep it. You're witnessing yourself doing this, being like this, whatever is going on to you right now. And that's fine. Don't resist it. It's already like that. You're witnessing yourself like this. And that's fine. Maybe you're not okay with that, but it's fine. So you are the witnessing space. You're the witnessing, well, sky, you may say. Whatever is going on is a cloud. It's passing by. It's happening. It's real, yes. It's happening, yes. But as you will settle in more and more into the witnessing space, into this open, natural immediacy, you will realize that that is the freedom. It's not feeling, oh, I'm free. No, it's witnessing yourself feeling whatever. That's the freedom. And when you will settle in into this open being space, you'll realize that that's freedom. Everything comes, everything goes. You are permanently here free. And then you will, as you will deepen into that, you will see that it's so light. It is lighter than light. It is so easy because it's easier than easiness. And it even becomes more and more apparently lighter and blissful, stronger in bliss. It may depend on your particular configuration of your energy system, so you may find a lot more peace, or a lot more love, or a lot more harmony, or bliss, because that is the source of the natural qualities that you are configured with. So don't look for bliss particularly, or for peace particularly, or for love particularly. This open state, open witnessing space is the source, and your body will shine through naturally whatever it's best at. Whether it's love or bliss or peace or happiness or freedom or whatever, it will be naturally so. So let's have a practice right now, everyone together. And in this practice, let's understand that we are here. We cannot be anywhere else. We are already here in this moment. Even if you go somewhere, you will still be here, as in the present moment. Now and here, in the present moment. And try to relax. If your body is stiff, you might need to move a little bit. Just try to relax a little bit and feel into your body. Feel into your body. Is there any tension, any particular emotion? What is in your body? If you have any thoughts, ideas, understandings, what is the feeling behind them? What are you feeling about what you're thinking? What is the feeling behind thinking? So that's still in your body. So what are you feeling? What is the emotion? Or what kind of energy are you feeling right now? So now you have removed the distance, and now you're much closer to your body and to the access of openness. So as you're feeling this particular feeling, emotion, energy, try to relax a bit more. Can you allow it? Of course you can. It's already here. Yes, you can allow it. It's already here. As you are allowing it, take a few moments to allow. Just to recognize that there is some kind of feeling. If you don't know what kind of feeling, well, some kind of feeling. Just some kind of sensation somewhere in the body. You don't need to know if you don't know what that is already. Just feel that there is a sensation in your body, somewhere in the body. And you feel you can relax a little bit more, or you can allow it a little bit more. There's a little bit more space around it. Can you sense like 10 centimeters around it, or inches? Maybe 20 inches around it? Yeah, you can sense that there's a little bit more space around that feeling. Or if it's some kind of energy, big energy, well, how big? 1 meter, 2 meter, 5 meter energy in diameter. You can sense a bit more. Some people say, oh, that's such a strong energy, such a big energy. How big it is? 5 meters big. That's good. Still more space around it. Yes, there's more space around. And then you'll say, my whole body is in this energy. That's fine. There's more space around your whole body as well. The key is not to stay in that energy or feeling emotion, is to gradually shift into the space around it. And that's how you process it. That's how it gets released, processed, healed as well. And as you're staying in your body space, feeling emotion energy, maybe your mind will tell you, oh, I know this. Yes, witness your knowingness as well. And at this point, you can come to witness, to see that you are already seeing your body experiencing this, or your mind knowing or not knowing what's happening now. You're witnessing that, and that's immediate. Immediately you see the mind knowing, the mind not knowing, the body feeling. Immediately you witness it, you see that. You are that seeing. You can call it self, consciousness, anything you want. You're simply seeing, witnessing now. And then some other energy field comes in, and then you say, oh, everything is now becoming more rosy. I like it so much. I want to stay there. And that's fine too. Allow it, of course. If it's coming, allow it. Whatever is happening or whatever is changing, allow it. Whatever is changing, allow it. And then you will say, oh, now I got it. I know it. I understand who I am. Yeah, that's your mind telling you all that stuff. Witness that too. I know I have realized myself. Yes, how do you know that? You are witnessing whatever your mind is telling you. And it's okay if you get drawn into some feeling, emotion, energy, space. It's okay. It's okay. That's fine. It happens. And just remind yourself, oh, I am in this new space. There is this new feeling. That's good. That's fine. Something has changed. That's good. And I'm the space of the changes. Allow what is happening, allow what you like, allow that which is unwanted. Get it all processed. Be free. You can slowly start coming back from the space, from a particular place, to notice your experience, what you feel, what is here. And that is okay. There is a space of allowing. And you are witnessing this experience as it is. These energies as they are, these feelings as they are, these understandings as they are. So your deepest center is the witnessing space, which is open, boundless. It is your deepest center, which is actually open. And then you notice happening, what is happening. And that is secondary priority. That is the manifestation of happening. That is circumstantial. That is changeable. It is subject to change. And most of you will be somewhere in between being the happening and sometimes noticing that you are witnessing the happening, and that is fine. That is okay. You have not only heard the truth, but you have experienced it, seen it for yourself, verified it. For many of you, maybe that's a minor experience because some other form of entertainment is perhaps more important. Or you will say, I just simply enjoy other things more. That's fine too. But you can always come back step by step to your real center as the witnessing space, open, just witnessing your experience. Whether it's thinking or feeling of doing something or sitting still. Even sitting still is a happening, or dancing is a happening. Doesn't matter what you do as such. So you are that witnessing awareness. And for a few moments, everybody can check it and see that it's right here, that you are noticing what's going on here. You are noticing, always in the present moment, by the way. Even if your focus is in the future past, you're noticing that too. But now I'm thinking about the future, I'm noticing that too. So as a little practice, as a mini practice in your daily life, after every sentence or everything that you do, add a little bit of extra. I'm noticing that too. And even if for some moments you get really involved in your thinking process, and then you come out of it and, oh, I'm noticing that too. I was in the thinking process, now I'm out of it, I can see. Or you're doing something, washing the dishes, driving a car. Oh, I'm witnessing myself driving a car. And that's just a little meditation, of course. Drive the car, be careful. But you can add always that little extra, I'm noticing that too. I'm witnessing that too. Or I'm seeing that too. And then you will say, I understand everything. I see that too. I have no clue. I see that too.
Wow, that was powerful. Really recognizing being present. And what I recognized and actually felt in my body was a stimulating sensation. And the more that I became present with just being and just sitting in this space and just hearing you and being present to that, the more I felt the stimulation in my body just kind of spiraling up. And the more present I became with that, it's as if I didn't feel it, but I was the spiraling energy that was spiraling in my body, if that makes sense. So it's just a reminder to me now that the more present I become with being present, the more I integrate my consciousness into that present and just be that present moment. So yeah, it was definitely a wonderful and stimulating and powerful experience.
Yes. Thank you for sharing. And yes, and you were witnessing this vortex in the present moment for a few moments, perhaps. Being more drawn into that vortex, which is also fine. And there's also more space around that vortex. That's the space of present. The space of present is always present, isn't it? Maybe you say, I am not present, but the space of present is always present. And you will notice maybe the I not being present, in the present. And you will say, oh, I'm so not present in the present. And the I'm so not present is still here. And if you're noticing that it's in the present, that that's simply an action happening of being not present, then you realize it's just something that I do right now, but this is happening in the present, and I see myself doing, being not present. So that is the beauty of the present, that everything is happening in the present, no matter how not present it seems. Okay, Tessie, yes.
So for me, it was also a very, very nice experience and very interesting just to see when I was focusing on being present, how often my mind somehow was somewhere I didn't even notice that I was gone. Like it was very interesting to see, and I felt like also my whole body was like a stone, but I had that for a second time now. Also, the last time I felt really like my whole body was really just like a rock, but I was feeling so much energy around it and also on my throat and my heart. It was so interesting to see.
Mm.
And there's like a lot of energies that came just up, so it was really good to like let go of them.
Yes, yes. Oh, that's very good, very good. Yeah, so you see, you already have awareness to see that your mind was somewhere else. That's one, and that's good that you noticed it. So that means your awareness is increasing, and your body being, as you said, locked in. That is fine too, because now there are more higher energetics, and your body will gradually start relaxing and opening more. The lock-in, it simply indicates that there are tensions, there are certain locks, and that's fine. And therefore, you can already feel some new energies around your body, and they will do the job to open up your body more so that it's more relaxed, more at ease, and it becomes more and more open as such to experience more what is here. So yeah, I'm happy that you're clearly seeing that, noticing that, and definitely you have awareness increasing, and these are all the signs of your openings. So that's very good.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, very well.
Hello there.
Hello, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just want to hear it's. I feel like so not smart because before I was. I was trying to sense presence by looking at the energies in a static mode, and now you gave me kind of they could move too. And I can still allow them to move. That was wow. That opened. Yeah, so simple sometimes.
Yes. That allowed more openness.
Yeah, it almost feels like I got the new drug.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yes, yes. And take a few moments to recognize that there's a space in which you feel like this. And that space, maybe at first it may seem a bit maybe bigger or colder, but actually when you kind of really settle more gently into it and become familiar with it, you will see that you are that space, that you can expand more and more into it. So if your experience is, let's say, this big or 2 meters big or 5 meters big, whatever is happening, you can always just a little bit more sense a little bit further and make that familiar too. So that your energy field, your body opens up more and more and further. Yes, and it's not alien, it's not, cold as such. That would be only the unfamiliarity. That's what that would be. Yeah, so you can just familiarize more and more and see that, oh, okay, it's actually more expanded, and every single time that you will expand more, something will rush through you, like maybe every time you open more, suddenly you can process more and let that flow through. And you just start to settle in more deeper and deeper and or wider or so forth until you come to the infinity. It's like, wow, I can feel so far that I can't even grasp how far I can feel. And then you can even just drop that infinity and just be the infinity, or simply open now. But step
I'll
by
do
step.
that.
Yeah, step by step. Yes. Yeah, that's how you can expand the being. Okay, yes. Thank you, Lyonne, for your comment. Very good. And the goal is to actually allow these things to flow through. It's to allow these new energies to flow through. It's to allow whatever is happening now. Yes, it's to allow whatever is happening now. As long as you are okay with that, you can allow it. If you're not okay with that, you need to check what's going on, why and what, and to see what needs to be done. But as a practice, it's allowing practice. And why allowing? Because it's already here. Because it's already here. Because this energy is already here. So by allowing, you come more in alignment, in a bigger alignment with what is here. And, okay, yes. Um, just getting some messages. Okay. So that is, we may say, a practice of allowing, increasing your capacity. And on the other hand, immediately, isness is like this. And in the isness of immediacy, you're increasing your capacity to be more closer to the isness of like this. So that's the next level. You're allowing, your capacity is increasing, And then you realize, I am increasing my unlowingness. That's what I'm doing right now. And that's the isness of now. And the isness is like this right now. And that's exactly the sweet spot. Gradually, of course, your mind, your energies will allow the isness more. And paradoxically, it is anyways like isness is like that. But the non-allowance of the isness to experience that is the lower levels of consciousness, we may say, and the resistances and blockages, ego identities, and all that stuff is not allowing the isness experience to be exactly as it is. So then there is a certain resistance, certain denial. Oh, Gregory, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Tamales. Very central to my needs tonight.
Yes, yes, good, good, good.
There's some magic energy coming in that.
Oh, yes, yes, there is.
Okay,
It's,
I feel very lucky to be alive in this moment.
yes. In this moment, we are all alive. And we are
There
all...
is something about the group. I sometimes I don't know any of the people. They're not on my screen, but I feel part of maybe the Mr. Tamales family. Very nice.
I'm happy you learned my surname as well. That's good, that's good.
I Googled today how to pronounce it correctly.
That's correct, that's the correct one. Yes. Yeah, we are all in the present and in this deeper present. Yes, that's correct. And there is a unified energy field that is increasing this capacity to experience this. So that is the beauty always of group meetings, that we amplify the intention of this particular meeting. Yes, all together. So there's an amplification effect happening. And the laws of resonance are active as always.